Hi, my name is Jared and this is Horror October. Today's recommendation is The Others, 2001, written and directed by Alejandro Amenabar and starring Nicole Kidman. The Others was a box office and critical success upon release, and if you were a fan of horror back in 2001, you probably saw this movie in theaters as it garnered a lot of buzz. It is a Spanish film, meaning it was filmed in Spain, but was shot in English, so there are no subtitles to scare some of you cowards off. But what's the setup? The Others follows Grace Stewart, who lives with her two young children, Anne and Nicholas. They have a rare disease where they can't go into the sunlight, and before you ask, no, it's not vampirism. Not everything is Twilight, you fucking nerd. So anyway, Grace hires 3 servants, a housekeeper, a gardener, and a mute girl named Lydia. Presumably she hires the mute girl to maximize the creepy factor, because by law every 3rd servant must have a creepy factor of at least 8. Creepy stuff starts happening around the house, and the housekeeper explains to Grace that she used to serve in the house many years ago, and creepy shit happened then too. Grace isn't terribly concerned, that is, until Anne, one of the spooky not vampire kids, tells her that she has seen a group of people in the house, several times. A man, a woman, an old woman, and a child named Victor. Even worse, the spooky people told Anne, "The house is ours." Like all supernatural stories, Grace is left wondering whether the house is truly haunted or if there is a less supernatural explanation. She and the servants and her not-vampire kids pull at various strings to unravel the sweater of the haunted house, trying to find where the threads end. The Others is immaculately produced, with beautiful camera work, every shot clearly well thought out and purposeful. Audiences typically eat up even mediocre ghost stories. I mean, The Conjuring is the 14th highest grossing horror movie of all time, and nothing against that movie, which is absolutely okay, but it is way not even close to the 14th best horror movie of all time. I mean, Paranormal Activity checks in at the 24th highest grossing of all time, and that's probably closer to the 24th worst horror movie of all time than the 24th best. You can probably tell I don't have much love for ghost movies, which generally fall victim to the dull, repetitive cycle of some character hears or sees something spooky, wanders around in the quiet for a while, and then a jump scare startles them. Rinse, repeat, pre-wash, permanent press, spin cycle. I don't really know how laundry works. The Others manages to break out of this spin cycle, doing something most ghost stories couldn't even imagine, actually telling a compelling story. The characters have goals and motivations beyond being stuck in a haunted house and wanting to get out of the house. The investigation into the history of the house and the nature of the spookiness is actually interesting instead of dry and formulaic, and Nicole Kidman is a much better actress than the majority of the people asked to try and carry these films. Overall, The Others is one of my favorite supernatural horror movies of all time, and even better, it is actually incredibly scary. If you miss this one the first time around, don't skip it again, or the others might come and get you. Alright, and that wraps up recommendation number 25 for Horror October, and check back in tomorrow for a movie about everyone's favorite serial killer scalper.